Hey, what's really going on? Bitcoin, crypto, and currency Litecoin against USDT prices currently interacting with a very bullish area of support and accumulation that we need to further confirm in the coming days here. I mean, we've already seen up to 77% in gains over the following 41 days after EngineeringRobo became bullish on price action, easily turning $10,000 into over $17,000 just by sitting around looking at it. And so if you didn't take profit above, at, or around that swing high, or you didn't take profit at that level when it presented itself kind of shortly after, there may be reasons you should perhaps consider closing your position around current levels, allowing you to capitalize on 31% ROI with EngineeringRobo's buy and now sell suggestions coming into play. Two of our chosen three Robo advisors have become bearish on price action, suggesting that a more comfortably bullish area to start accumulating Litecoin will present itself in the coming future here. At the moment, I am suspecting continued downside or interaction downward before the uptrend can continue itself. I do believe we will eventually return to that multi-$100 range. However, in the immediate short term, we may need some continued consolidation and accumulation to build that momentum. And so with our Robo advisors bearish on price action, I am looking for further interaction with perhaps $172 as support, which is this 0.382 Fibonacci level. We do have buy pressure present that we've interacted with before that has been very significant for us back earlier in the year here between February and March. This has been the bottom of a very aggressive area of slapping, punching, kicking, and crunching that has sent price action sideways for several months before finding its way upward. And so just like kind of previously in the last few weeks, we have back in February and March multiple rejections off of this 0.5 Fibonacci level. $218 per Litecoin has rejected us multiple times here before we found our way into that multi-$100 range. And so currently we're interacting with a zone that we may have to interact with for a period of weeks to perhaps months even. We're currently interacting with the bottom of this range, and as we can see, prices have been able to come from $152 briefly and then find its way back above $172 and still being bullish on that level. So I do believe there's buy pressure all the way down to that range, and if we start to slip below, we could very much get bought off of that level. However, if we start to express consistent resistance off of $172, I'm looking at $128 per Litecoin as a strong area of support for us, and would be a very bullish area of accumulation before the uptrend continues. And so right now would be a tad volatile time to be accumulating Litecoin, and perhaps would not be the most comfortably bullish area to start buying because we are currently interacting with a key area that I would like further confirmation of before I jump in. And so if we look at previous times, price action has seen these sort of buy suggestions. We do have prices come from this bullish area of support around $52 per Litecoin, and then we see prices rise up to 253% before two of our chosen three Robo advisors become bearish. So we easily turned $10,000 into over $35,000 just by sitting around looking at it with EngineeringRobo's buy suggestions. And so if you didn't take profit at that level, you are suggested to close your position around $129 per Litecoin, allowing you to capitalize on 145% ROI with EngineeringRobo's buy and sell suggestions. And so easily, more than doubling your money with EngineeringRobo's buy signals. And so I do believe there is more gains to be made with Litecoin moving forward. In the immediate short term, I'm looking for further confirmation of these key levels before I can start comfortably accumulating again. And so now we're going to take a look at SOL against USDT price action. Where we left off was around like $164. I was suggesting perhaps a short-term continued kind of downside here as we were looking a tad overbought, and here we are returning to my suggested kind of key level of potential bullish support for us. We now have buy pressure coming off of $138. Currently, in my opinion, still interacting with sell pressure, so we could see price action stay sideways for a few more days until further confirmation of these levels kind of are are made. And so at the moment, we are looking slightly bullish on $138 with that support coming into play. However, in my opinion, I would like further confirmation of it. We do also have $109 acting as a key level for us if we were to fail this current level. And the most bullish area of support for us is going to be $73 per SOL coin. However, that is looking less likely. In my opinion, that is not impossible because crypto and currency. And so I do believe we are still bullish on this coin. There are no sell advisors present at the moment. Still, gains are to be made. However, we are currently trying to find a key area of support to bounce off of, and this consolidation and accumulation may continue for a few more days. And so now, we've already seen, as you can see, up to 488% in gains over the following 40 days after EngineeringRobo became bullish on price action, easily turning $10,000 into over $50,000 just by sitting around smelling it. And so, you haven't been suggested to sell your current position, so you're still sitting on 315% ROI with EngineeringRobo's buy suggestions. And so I do believe at the moment there are reasons to hold through this sideways and be accumulating through the lows while you can, as the uptrend is suggested to continue. But in my personal opinion, we are still interacting with sell pressure, and perhaps further confirmation of support is necessary. A perhaps more comfortable bullish area to accumulate this coin is around $138, as that is looking like support for us in the short term, but it is not a strong area of support yet, in my opinion. So let me know where you think price action is going to go in the comments down below. But if we switch over to Bitcoin against USDT, what do we have here? Cryptocurrency currently interacting with $48,000 as resistance. This has been a level rejecting us over the last few days here. However, very potent buy pressure is present, and high demand for Bitcoin overall is definitely hasn't gone anywhere. So I do believe there's definitely lots of factors contributing to the fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, causing this grand indecision in price action. And so I believe the current factors in play are suggesting continued sideways or perhaps interaction in the downside for us in the immediate short term here to allow the uptrend to continue. I believe Bitcoin is very bullish overall still, and the demand and buy pressure is just ever so abundant. That's why we are holding so tightly against significant technical sell pressure at the moment. There are, all three of our chosen robo advisors bearish on Bitcoin currently, so I am suspecting continued sideways and further interaction with kind of support is kind of necessary to allow this uptrend to kind of continue. Overall, we're looking very bullish, and this sideways and this phase of accumulation is going to be very healthy for the trend in the longer term. So my target for this downside, followed by continued rejection off of 48K, could be bullish support found around $41,500 per Bitcoin. The 0.618 Fibonacci Illuminati level of support could be buy pressure for us. However, a stronger area of support is present at $38,000 per Bitcoin. And while that is less likely, in my opinion, that is still not impossible because we have been in a very bullish recovery since this very aggressive phase of sideways between the end of May all the way to the start of the recovery in the end of July. And so price action has just been very bullish, and there's just been a very high demand in a very short amount of time, and we haven't experienced any sort of significant downside all through that multi-month recovery. So this perhaps was what was necessary. And so until we see some more bullish confirmations of support or some EngineeringRobo's buy signals come back into play, in my opinion, I am still short-term sideways on Bitcoin. And so while in my opinion there's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin, only better times, I believe a more comfortably bullish area of accumulation will present itself kind of for us moving forward. So I still am looking for a six-figure Bitcoin before the end of any bull run, if you will. $118,000 is looking like a potential blow-off top for the kind of, this top of this market here. That is going to be where significant sell pressure will enter, and we will have some very volatile retracements and pullback. But however, I'm not considering any sort of long-term downside until we start to see interaction with those levels. And so my opinion, the longer we stay sideways, the further we interact with support, and the longer we stay in these levels, the more momentum we will be building up, and kind of more aggressively we will kind of get to those aforementioned all-time highs and euphoric six-figure levels. And so right now things are looking still bullish for Bitcoin. In my opinion, in the immediate short term, further confirmation of support may be necessary. Let me know in the comments down below where you think price action is going to go. What are you doing during this fearful, uncertain, and doubt-filled time in the crypto sphere? Let me know in the comments down below where you think price action will go. Thank you for tuning in. Check out EngineeringRobo free with the link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in for the next one.